click record on here then. I don't know if you have to record on your side as well, actually. Don't know if it says, if there's an option.
Let me look. No, I don't think I can.
No, that's fine. I've got it recording on my side. So, okay. So, welcome. Thank you. We've got Josh here today, who is our creative director at Williams Creatives. How are you doing, Josh?
I'm okay, not too bad. Obviously, all of this isolation stuff and COVID-19 has been really serious and has changed the way that we do a lot of things. But yeah, I'm okay. Just try not to rattle around the walls in my room.
Not going stir crazy yet, then?
Not yet. Not just yet, no.
next week, maybe.
Yeah.
How is Williams Creatives holding up in the lockdown then? You say we're obviously changing a couple of things round. What kind of things is that?
So we've taken this opportunity during lockdown to have almost like a rebirth kind of thing. So lots of things going on behind the scenes in terms of our processes when we do different performances or work with different people. There's some shiny new things coming out in terms of our look and our appearance, our logo, our website, etc. So we've really taken the time to listen to what people have said about the way that we appear and make changes accordingly. So I'm really, really excited for everybody to see what's going to happen and what things are coming out. So yeah.
Not resting idle then, that's good.
Absolutely not. No.
So I want to talk a little bit about On the Surface We Smile. So before getting into kind of the tour and things, you wrote it originally, what year did you write it?
Oh God, I think it was 2015. I started writing it.
And what was your process behind that? How did you come up with the idea? Where was it born from?
So I'd written a couple of short plays. So you've got Dances My Mother Taught Me, I Was Never Mine, I Will Never Be, and Here Right Now. So I'd written those 3 short plays just for a little competition, and I was looking at them and thinking, you know what, actually, if these would work together in the same sort of production. So I went back to the people because especially I Was Never Mine, I Will Never Be, the characters in that scene are based on real people from my history. So I went back to their families and said, look, do you mind if I put it into a really a bigger overall play? And they were like, yeah, that's fine. And then other stuff just kind of just dropped to me. So Scarlett, the scene with Harry and Lydia is all about this lovely older couple and their relationship that spans years, etc. And I just thought that was really, really cute. And I thought when I wrote the overall play, it's quite, how do I put it? It's quite dark, and just a little bit. So I thought that we really needed a few characters that were not dark, just to lift it and give the audience some break. And then writing, once I'd written all of the smaller plays, I then created Lisa and Jackson, who are the 2 characters who link everything together and take us through the play. They're almost narrating things by talking about their own life. And as we go along, they narrate into the lives of these other characters as well. So I kind of brought all of that together and was like, okay, this seems like something that's really good, that's really interesting, and just went from there. But it's had like, I would probably say 5 or 6 rewrites as it's going along, and I think now it's at a place where it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, anyone who's had the pleasure of watching it knows how kind of hard-hitting and how clever the play is in general. It's a great thing to be a part of. We were obviously going to have the tour this year, starting in the end of March at Mount Sorrel Memorial Centre in Loughborough. Obviously, certain events, I don't know if you've heard, there's a bit of a virus going around at the moment. Certain events, obviously, that performance wasn't able to go ahead. We have the rest of the tour coming up. What's kind of the update on that? What's going on?
Okay, so we've made the decision as a company and as a cast to actually postpone the On the Surface We Smile tour until next year. So we will be looking at starting in April next year. We'll pretty much be nailing all of the venues that we've already listed and put out there, and maybe a couple of additional ones or different ones from what we originally had. The decision was made because obviously we want to ensure that the health and safety of the cast, the crew, everybody involved with On the Surface We Smile is paramount to me as creative director of Williams Creatives. And so I want to ensure that we're as safe as we possibly can be when we decide to go back out on tour. There was talks about us just postponing it to later on in the year, but I don't want it to feel rushed. I want it to have its moment, because this is the last time that Williams Creatives will ever perform the show. So I really want to go out on a bang.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure everyone will be glad to hear that it is still going ahead, even if it's going to be a year later. Like you said, the quality needs to come forefront, as well as the health and safety of the audience and cast members. So obviously this is with this moving to next year now, once we're out of lockdown, whenever that is, who knows. But lots of projects in the woodworks. I know obviously one that we spoke about ourselves coming around Christmas time that people can be keeping an eye out for. What other things have you kind of got coming up? Have you got anything you're working on? I understand you're working on a new play as we speak.
Yeah, I have literally just finished the first draft of What Did You Wish For, which is my next play. It is a polar opposite to On the Surface We Smile. It's a lot more light, I would say, and just a lot more fun, I would maybe say. So the show is about 4 couples who attend marriage counselling. They've all got their varying issues that they need to deal with, but they've decided to go with group counselling as a way to do it. But unfortunately, when they attend the counselling session, something happens that prevents them from leaving. So they've got no choice but to keep going through these different sessions. And as their stories unfold, it's funny and it's heartwarming. Sad in places, but still overall a really nice story, I think. And I really hope people like it. It's a bit strange to write something that isn't On the Surface We Smile, if I'm honest.
Do you think that perhaps writing something that's more light-hearted has been needed after kind of the emotion that you've had to put into On the Surface?
Yeah, definitely. And I don't want our audiences to believe that we only do one type of thing. I want them to understand that myself as a writer and the other writers that we have emerging in our company, which I can't wait for you to see what they do. We have lots of very different interests. We have different styles that we want to explore. And I think a lot of the bits and pieces that I've written over the years has been more dramatic. They have dramatic arguments in, or dramatic moments or whatever. And I just really wanted to stretch myself by writing something that was, yes, it has drama elements to it, but at the heart of it, it should just be really funny. Yeah. But it might not be also. Like this might be me working out that I can't write comedy, but we'll see.
You've got to try your hand at everything, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for talking to me today, Josh. I'm just saying before we go, perhaps, have you got any kind of message, perhaps, for the audiences stuck in the 4 walls of their homes at the moment?
Yes, audiences, don't ever feel that you can't reach out to us. If you need somebody to talk to, we are always here for you. We're doing what we can to make sure that we are keeping ourselves positive. We've got stuff like Miscast Making the Most of It, which should be out all over Facebook and stuff at the moment, which will be really, really fun. We're going to be having online readings for Spritz. possibly an online reading for what you wish for as well, and stuff like that. So keep an eye on our Facebook page, our Instagram, our Twitter, and our New Look website for any information and stuff that you can get involved in while you're stuck in isolation. But we are always here for you no matter what.
Thank you very much, Josh. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. Make sure you stay safe.
Okay, well, take care, John.
I'll stop recording now.